Morning everybody, day 2 of the road trip to Expo, and we're making a little bit of coffee in the EarthCruiser. About 5:30 in the morning, and we're gonna turn on the oven, show you how we make coffee here, and then we're gonna hit the road. The EarthCruiser has an induction diesel cooktop, so it doesn't have, we don't have propane on the in the EarthCruiser, and so we use the same diesel tank as we do for driving down the road for the engine. So draws from that tank. If for some reason that tank's down to a quarter or less, then this won't work. So we have a separate fuse for it. So on the fuse panel, it's got a fuse, and then what we do is just hit this button here, and it will self-ignite. It starts a fan, gets all the fumes out, make sure that it's exhausting okay, and then it'll ignite here in a minute. It's not the fastest way to boil water by any means, but it works for us. We have a manual coffee grinder, and it's called a company called Java Press Coffee Company. And what it is, it's just a manual grinder. So you put your coffee beans in here, has a handle, crank. When they're all done, they're deposited in the bottom, ground up, and then we do the pour over method, which we have one of these guys, really handy. It uses a number 4 coffee filter, and as long as there's pressure from the liquid inside, it will keep this sealed on the bottom. And then as soon as you put this like on a cup, then this floats up and allows the liquid to come down. So we'll put the coffee in here with some hot water that's getting started, and then we'll put about 2.5 minutes is what the flavor I like, the profile I like. So about 2.5 minutes of hot water over the top, put it in our mug, and that's how we do coffee here. I find that filling it to the top gives me exactly the amount of coffee for one thermos. When I say thermos, one of these. So fill it to the top, lid back on, get your daily arm workout. I think there's a way to adjust the grind. I've never done it. I used the same grind as it came with. You know when it's done, it just stops. You can feel it. There's no grinding and no pressure against it. So now, put that on there. Hopefully you guys will be able to see this. Take the bottom off. There's a bunch of coffee in there. And just dump it in. I'll show you what that coffee looks like. It's kind of a medium grind, and pour over the top of that, and we'll have some coffee. So now it's wait for our super fast water. So where the coffee pot's at right now, this is to boil, and then you can slide it this way for simmer. And so there's no knobs, there's no, you turn it up higher, get a bigger flame. It's simply just induction. Move it this way to simmer, this way to boil. That's it. And it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it works good. While we're waiting for the water to boil for the coffee, I thought I'd talk about our new website for a second. It's called whiskey7backroads.com, and it's a blog about some of the travels that we go on, but it's also got some other articles from guest bloggers, and it's free to join. We got 3 membership levels. Top level is the tumbler, and it's $100 a year, and basically it gets you a whiskey tumbler and an invite to what we're calling the rendezvous in Montana, at the Montana Ranch, once a year. That's going to be starting next year in 2023 in August, and we have the dates and some of the specifics up for the tumbler members on the website. Next level down is shot glass. It's $3 a month or $30 a year, and that one you get a shot glass with Whiskey 7 Backroads on it, and you get some exclusive content. And then, all the free stuff. So that's called the shot glass tier. And then we have the solo cup or the paper cup tier. Free membership, get you all the blogs and, most of the content, about 90% of the content. So love to have you as a member, whiskey7backroads.com. You will get some content there that you don't get from the channel. We have some guest blogs that have been coming out. They come out once a week on Friday for the most part, and if you sign up, you get them directly to your inbox, and then you can share them with family, friends. It takes you back over to the website, things like that. So, kind of a fun thing. We've got some really cool guest blogs coming up. I know there's one coming up on a really cool lake in Nevada, fishing lake, that I had no idea and that was there. And then another friend of mine is going to put one out on some Baja tips for traveling to Baja. And then I've got some of my travels in there. I think the latest one I put up there was Lippincott Pass in Death Valley, and that was quite a ride. And there's always a video, not always with the guest blogs, but there's always a video that goes along with mine. And if you want to hear Cheryl get a little bit worried about the trail ahead of us, make sure you take a look at that. Lippincott Pass. It is on YouTube also, and the full blog is on whiskey7backroads.com, so take a look. Now would be a great time. Hit the like button, subscribe. Love to have some more subscribers on YouTube. Most importantly, if you do subscribe, hit the notification bell. All right, we're getting ready to do some pouring. Try to do this with one hand and video. Hopefully the lens doesn't get all fogged up. Go almost to the top. Put the top on. And now count 2.5 minutes. So I'm going to be heading to Upper Sunshine Reservoir today, and I'll show you when we get there what it looks like. We're at the campsite, Upper Sunshine Reservoir, and we're going to test out the mic today because it's pretty windy out here. So we'll see how it does on the wind. But this is our campsite. They'd show it to you. Got the awning weighted down a little bit. Nice breeze though, it feels good. It's about, I don't know, it's probably about 75 or 80 degrees out here, but the wind makes it pretty nice. So I got here a few hours ago, took care of a little bit of business, had lunch, and this is really what this campsite's all about. I'm going to pan over and take a look at the view that we have here, but pretty cool little spot here. There's some people here down by the boat ramp, and there's actually a few over there that are that we can't see from here, but
Here's a 180-degree view of our campsite. Pretty nice. So walk around this side and give you an idea what this looks like with the backdrop. So this is day 2 of the Road to Expo. We're at the Upper Sunshine Reservoir. Upper Sunshine Reservoir. This is outside of, I hope I say this right, Matisse, Wyoming, which is a little bit south of Cody. And neat little town. Met a couple of nice people there. And this is about 15 miles to the west. So 15 miles to the west of Matisse. Saw some really cool country I hadn't seen before. And there is a lower Sunshine Reservoir. It is that way. And right off has dispersed camping right off the road, and there was quite a few people there, so I decided to come up here. There's actually a dam over there. You can't hardly see it, but there's a dam right there, and it flows into the lower part. So, and if this mic is not picking up the wind, it will really shock me because it's pretty windy, as you can see from the awning blowing up around. So show you guys a view from inside the EarthCruiser. It's back by the bed area. This is our view from inside. Pretty nice view today. This is looking towards the front. That's where the lake's at. And then this side's kind of covered by the awning. And so this is, I got the back closed in because that's where the sun's coming in. So, and then I thought I would show you this. See if I can zoom in a little bit. Yeah. This is a solar setup. So I've got a 540 amp hour battery bank, and you can see we're at, excuse the dust, I just noticed. I gotta dust this. But we're bringing in 15.7, which is a little misleading, and we've got 483. When I woke up this morning, we were at 440, so we've gained 40 amp hours just with the sun. There's no propane on the EarthCruiser, so the draw from the refrigerator is about 6 amps when the compressor's on. So, and it's on right now. So when this light's on right here, right there, that's the freezer's actually freezing and the refrigerator's on, and it's pretty warm out, so it doesn't surprise me. But yeah, so we're probably doing 18 or 19 amps, maybe 20, and then we're take off 6 for the compressor, and we're putting 14 back in the battery bank. So that's how the solar works, and the max is 540 amps. So I don't always show this because it's not always sunny out, but this is a full sun day, so that should get up to 540 by the time night comes. And then I also have the ability to charge it while I'm going down the road, which I didn't today because I didn't feel I needed to. But if it was raining or snowing, I could do that. Or if I'm just sitting somewhere and it's overcast and I need it, I can just start the engine. And I've got a little switch up front that I can turn on, and it'll charge with the alternator. And I think it does 50 or 60 amps an hour with that going. Yeah, I wanted to show you the refrigerator setup. It's got a little freezer in it, and we got a kind of an important rule here in the EarthCruiser. It's my rule, but what that rule is that 50% of the capacity needs to be alcohol, and 50% can be food. If you have less alcohol, that's not a fun trip. If you have less food, you're not getting enough nourishment. So 50-50 is key. And if you've never had this, when you're in Montana, you only get it there. Cold Smoke, made in Missoula, Montana. They don't sponsor me. I wish they did. Best beer out there by far. So I'm taking some with me to share with my friends at Expo. I got some water on board. So here's my water. And then I have some other water, real water. And then I've got some food in here, and I've got a little freezer that holds 2 trays of ice and some Snickers bars. So, or some meat if that's what you desire. So that's the setup. Nice and cold, and only electric, only powered by the solar that I showed earlier. If you haven't subscribed, please do so now, and hit the notification button. We're going to be putting out videos every day of the road trip, and I'd like to get some more subscribers.